Earthcans, welcome back to Futurama Friday. Today we have issue 18, also known as part 3 of the Time Bender Trilogy. On the front cover you can see Leela fighting some sort of minotaur. And on the back cover we have an ad for the first Futurama paperback book, Futurama Adventures. The name of today's story is Bone to the Future. And remember that these issues are in chronological order, so feel free to catch up if you have missed the previous 2 episodes of the Time Bender Trilogy. The story begins with Cubert recapping the events of the last issue, where Professor Farnsworth's broken time machine sent Earth's population back to the time of the dinosaurs. Fry, Leela, and Bender had been sucked into 3 different time vortexes, leaving Cubert as the last person on planet Earth. Falling out of the time vortexes, our heroes each land in a different era of history. Leela lands in ancient Greece in the year 700 and immediately freaks out the locals, until running into a blind man named Homer who plans to sacrifice a sack of kittens to the gods. But with a powerful kick and a hi-ya to boot, Leela frees the kittens and angers the gods with her disbelief. Bender is next to come crashing down to Earth, in a time not of his own. Intact, he ends up in Salem, Massachusetts, where he meets a fembot, and is rushed into a town meeting, where the mayor talks about the dark days that have come over the town, and since there are no more witches to be burnt at the stake, it must be the fault of a robot. Fry is then awoken in a foxhole during a vicious battle to protect Earth. But after complaining about the damp conditions, Fry is transferred to the Pacific region of the foxhole, formerly known as Earth's equator. Back in ancient Greece, Hermes, the messenger of the gods, proclaims that Leela has officially angered the gods. He then steals the piece of the time machine that Leela had held onto, and says that if Leela wants it back, she will have to climb Mount Olympus. Meanwhile, in the present, Cubert announces that he has found Fry, Leela, and Bender in the time stream. Back in the trenches, Fry learns that he is not just fighting Omicron Persei 8, but the entire empire of Omicron 1 through 27. Suddenly, a large squadron of attack ships rain down upon Fry, and it is evident that the Galaxians have joined in with the Omicronians' assault. In Salem, the bot hunt continues, but fortunately for Bender, the people of Salem have no idea what an actual robot looks like, and so they depend on a book written by robots to determine who is a robot. Naturally, the book is filled with outrageous claims, so Bender is safe. For now. Continuing her heroic climb up Mount Olympus, Leela is soon to reach the top. But first, she finds the Minotaur, but manages to trick him into looking over the edge of the mountain. And with a swift kick in the butt, the Minotaur is sent hurtling down the mountain, and Leela is ready to continue her journey to the gods. Back in the heart of war, Fry devastates the enemy with his laser gun, and is promoted to flying a suicide mission in a plane. In Salem, Bender is feeling the prejudice of a human being burnt alive after being mistaken for a robot, so Bender comes clean and confesses that he is a robot. And as a direct result, Bender and Samantha are tied to the stake as an angry mob demands the death of the robot. Leela finally reaches the gods, but after stating that she is from the future and believes the gods are nonsense, Leela is banished to Hades, the land of the dead, and Fry suddenly realizes that he is on a suicide mission. Things continue to heat up as Bender and Samantha are still being burnt alive. Can our heroes survive the horrors of ancient life? Can the fire melt Bender's shiny metal ass? And is this one suicide mission that Fry won't return from. Tune in next week for the answers to all 3 of these questions in part 3 of the Time Bender Trilogy. Whoa, alright Earthkins, I know that was a lot to take in one issue. So, up next we have the special appearances, and don't worry, there were not actually that many. In fact, all of the special appearances in this issue come from one panel, in which we see a large group of Earthkins running for their lives. These Earthkins include Morbo, Walt, Larry, Igner, Amy, Linda, Wernstrom, Hermes, LaBarbara, Mayor Poopenmeyer, and Professor Farnsworth. Alright, Earthkins, that's it for this week's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter for all kinds of Futurama awesomeness, as well as signing the Save Futurama petition. Links for all 3 are in the description box below, and I will see you next Friday for part 3 of the Time Bender Trilogy.